Time to musk up. Wow.
What's going on, YouTube? Wanted to have a little talk about my scent of the day, a little story I have about it, and the two things I want to talk about it is the category in which it lies in, and also the note in here that doesn't get, I feel, enough credit in this fragrance. And the fragrance is Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. I could do a review on it, but there's so many videos on it and good videos on it that you can watch. So I want to do something different. Now, the story is I went to Scent Explore 2019, November 2nd. I remember because it was on my birthday. I was there. There was a bunch of different brands there. George was there. Tried a bunch of different things, but I kept coming back to this fragrance. And George was lovely. We spoke for a little bit. He signed the back of my box. So I was really, really happy with the decision to go with Signature Pour Homme. Because at my age, you know, I'm not young, but I'm also not old, I hope, at 34. And because this fragrance is classic and also modern, it works perfectly for my age, because the modern parts are good for my age right now, and as I get older, the classic parts of this fragrance will work with me. So that's why, one of the things that I love about this fragrance. Now, the thing I wanted to talk about was Fragrantica has this down as a woody aromatic, and Perfume has it down as a woody spicy. And a lot of reviewers bring up the fougere barbershop tendencies of the fragrance. And I would agree about that. Only in about the first 15 to 20 minutes, I definitely get the fougere barbershop tendencies of this fragrance. And I think it's because of the nice big hit of lavender that you get in the beginning. Nice fresh lavender. Nice hint of black pepper in there. Nice hint of cardamom in there. But I don't get the, you know, the coumarin, the tonka bean, the, you know, the thyme, the tarragon, the basil, the nutmeg that you might get from a typical barbershop or a fougere fragrance. So that's why about the 15-20 minute mark, once it starts to get into the mid, I would agree with the woody aromatic / woody spicy category that it lies in. And I think the correct one is Fragrantica, which says it's a woody aromatic. And you kind of look at the notes. I have them here. I have some notes that I took down. And you don't really see a lot of aromatic notes. But then when you look at the pimento leaf, and you look and it says that it's a medicinal aromatic note, allspice, pretty much. So that's a lot of, I guess, where the aromatics come into play with this fragrance. Yeah, it's just really good. But let me go with the notes. The top I get is a French lavender. We got cardamom, black pepper, mid ginger. We have cedar, oud, iris, pimento leaf, fir balsams. In the base, sandalwood, patchouli, black amber, myrrh, and frankincense. And I get a lot of these notes, which is why the blending was absolutely amazing by Claude Dior, if I'm not mistaken. So when you're in the mid, I start to get some of the aromatics, and I get a good amount of fir balsam, which is where I think the sweetness, the little pinch of sweetness is coming from, but not a, you know, immature sweetness, a fruity cotton candy sweetness, more of a sap from the tree, a woody, resinous kind of sweetness, which is really, really nice. And I do get the little hints of iris, which adds to the little powdery aspects of the fragrance, plus the lavender, I'm sure, gives it a little bit of powder. Sandalwood also, I'm sure, gives it a little bit of powder. And there's also black amber in here. And you can sense a little bit of amber in this fragrance. Now, I don't know if black amber is made out of, the accord is made out of labdanum, benzoin, and vanilla, because I really don't get much of that. Although there is a lot of resinous touches in this fragrance. And that's the other thing I wanted to talk about, which is the myrrh. Fragrantica has its second place, so I guess people are getting it. Although in the videos I don't hear a lot about it. But I would switch towards the mid. I would take out the lavender and switch it for the myrrh. I think it's all about the myrrh in this fragrance. It's absolutely beautiful, the resinous touches from the myrrh. And the way it mixes with the fir balsams and the kind of the smokiness, you get a little bit of smokiness also in this, which is amazing, from the frankincense, I would assume. And the perfect clean patchouli that's in this also, that I'm also getting in the back. So the myrrh, I think the myrrh plays a huge role in this fragrance. So between the cedar and the sandalwood, I would say this is definitely a woody fragrance. But the one thing I have an issue with is the aromatic part. Well, I guess it's not really an issue, but something to talk about. I don't really get a lot of aromatics. But I do get some spiciness. But the more I think about it, I guess could you call it a woody, aromatic, spicy fragrance? Because of the, you know, the black pepper and the cardamom, the zinginess from the ginger. And also, I do get spiciness from myrrh. I get spiciness from patchouli. I could see getting some spiciness from the fir balsam. I mean, it's really good. And it lasts a long time also. But my skin is fairly oily, so I get great performance on even EDTs. But yeah, little BS right before I gotta catch this train into the city. Figured I'd talk about this. Great stuff. Oh, also the per mil price proposition on this fragrance is hands down one of the best on the market, considering this is absolutely niche. And I think I paid $95 for this. It's a no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer, considering so many of these other brands, the amount that they're charging for some of their fragrances is absolutely absurd. And once you get into the whole story of how he traveled and got all of these notes and put this together, I think it's absolute no-brainer. Plus, you go to his website, he sends you a sample, and you don't even pay shipping. Who does that? Nobody does that. And that says something about the guy, George, and the fact that he believes in his product. And I think a lot of brands don't believe in their product. But that's a whole other topic. But regardless, hope you enjoyed that. What's your scent of the day? Take care, guys and ladies.